Try pulling up side by side for the race, just realize that we're in a different lane. Yeah, see I'm out here killing the game. How can you claim that we're living the same? See in reality being on a similar stage. You're sitting in the crib while I'm singing my name. That flames, whole of the city on lock. The coldest flows and the cream of the crop. We've them bees with a lean and a bop. Got a phone line ringing to the heat don't stop. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound. Better rise up when I shut this down. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound. Better rise up when I shut this. I feel like king of the hill.
Time in 2024. Everybody, welcome to LXC Split 1, Winter Split, the Crusader League, or the Emerald League if you want to be lame, but Crusader sounds cooler. I'm DBZ Freak 2, and above me is Emperor the Flame. How you doing up there?
I'm doing good. How are you doing down there? Hello.
All right. In normal instances, she's play-by-play, and I'm color, but that's not what we're doing tonight. Tonight is the draw show to show you what teams we got. But first, let's also keep in mind that badass Coachify video was done by none other than Vishkara herself. So everyone in chat, round of applause right now. Round of applause. I don't care who you are. Round of applause. I
Really,
don't
it was
hear soul
amazing.
either. Where's your round of applause? All right, never mind. All right, probably clapping in the background. But anyways, here we go. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about Coachify.gg, which is a platform for esports coaches to track their students' growth and their business. Zero commissions, free to join, course tracking, and PayPal integration. It's the perfect tool for coaches who are about to level up. Be sure to visit Coachify.gg. All right, I'm done rambling, Ember. So why are we here?
Well, we're here to introduce the teams for the Crusader League. That's pretty exciting, in my opinion. What about you? Are you excited for it?
Oh gosh, I'm excited. So, lots of huge changes that have come in through this year. As we know, we no longer have mythic items. We the map now changes with Baron at 20 minutes. We have new bonus objectives, new things, just a lot of new coming into the game for this year. So I'm pretty excited to see what these teams can do. I've been watching the LEC. I've been seeing Champs Q over in EU as well, and a little bit of North America Champs Q as well. So seeing some of these players in the more like higher elos, what they will decide to go and like build and comps that they come up with is going to be very exciting, and I think it's going to be really really cool. But let's go ahead and get to the teams that are coming in. You might know them as Brad Bolster. Whoop, can't say that because that's one of the new banned words on Twitch. So joke's on you, Brad Bolster Gaming, because I've casted you guys multiple times. You can't fool me with your name change. I'm on to you. So, brings back Vendetta, IP Log, Ooh Slayer, Riley Sauce, and BBJ Silk. BBG Silk. Wow, that one was kind of a mouthful to say really fast. So, they're coming back here. Unfortunately, I was not here for the end of the split because, work is fun and that kept me away from League of Legends for a good couple of weeks. So they were a super good team on the leagues that I've casted in them for. They have also a really proactive players, really good at objective control. So seeing how like more impactful objectives are this year, especially on the top side of the map, it makes me wonder where like how top lane they're gonna do play on their top lane matchups. So that's something exciting to find out. As we know, Vendetta does have a very lovely champion pool. By very lovely, I mean 109 games on Aatrox. So that's something you'll have to watch out for. But he is known for playing bruisers and tanks as well. Not really seeing as much popularity with tanks right now at the moment, but overall, I'm excited for this topside matchups. But who's next? Who's next to Brad Bolster Gaming? Who is that coming up? Who's that, Ember?
The next team is Conduit Blackout. And looking at their roster here, they have some really good players here, and I'm really excited to see how they play.
You heard it here first. She's excited for how they will play Conduit Blackout. I do remember a little bit about them as well. As we're seeing, really strong engage picks that they like to
Mhm.
play in the bottom lane. Also, kind of like more of like a carry style in the jungle. That's something that you will see like nowadays more. Especially with the way that the season's kind of worked out at this moment. I've been seeing a lot more carry junglers, so this could be the perfect meta for them. And then coming up next is Divine Temple. Divine Temple here. Wushi Woo as the manager and captain, and the top laner, mind you. So
Wow,
doing a
a
lot
lot of
for
titles.
the team. That's a lot. Hey. When you're going like that, we take it. You go ahead and take that. So you got Corn on the Cob, FSG, Tonic, and To Be Determined. If either that is I am wrong, and that actually means to be determined, or that's the player name. And let's find out right meow, shall we? Yep, to be determined. So we'll find out who the support is later. That comes up soonish. I'm not too terribly familiar with this team, and that's my own fault. Based off because I do know the title, or not the title, I do know, remember the name. That is what I do remember. And from what I am seeing currently, a lot of them are one tricks. Never mind, it's all very low number of games. Either way, could be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing them play, so this will be fun. And coming up next, who is up next?
We have Dynasty Starweavers. And so far, the manager, captain, and mid laner is Golden, and that's pretty exciting. Like once again, a lot of titles there, and I'm really excited to see how they play and see their champion like in action.
Cool. So as I'm going down the line here, so we have Levy, Leg. So Levy here in the top lane looks like playing a lot of bruisers right now at the moment. So something to keep up with to watch. So carries in the top lane are fun to watch. Now in the jungle, it looks like my man's has been playing a lot of Diana, Hecarim, and Evelyn. Mostly Diana,
Ooh.
which is interesting. Diana is one of those weird champions that you'll see every now and then between jungle and mid lane. It's really fun seeing her in the mid lane because it's like I wouldn't say it's too hard of a matchup. You just have to be careful for her cooldowns. And then let's see down the line. Next up is I lost my place. Oh, Golden, Mr. Captain and Manager. What do you play? Let's see. Why can't I find your name? You've baited me, you rat. Where are you? There you are. Found you. That's a lot of Cinder games and Seraphine. So those are two strong picks. Watch out for that one as well. Coming up next is Aqua. So Aqua goes ahead, and with the name Aqua Rat, you would assume, oh, it's a Twitch run trick. But we have been debated, as you can see, because they're not listed on here, which means one of these other accounts is that actual account. So got to keep that in mind. And last but not least in the support role is Illicit Raven. Pretty sick name. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds pretty good. Looks like you are very familiar with playing engaged support, so that's something to watch out for. Not seeing too much of that these days, but when you do, that's because those players are really confident on them. But moving on, what is the next team? The next team is Ego Nog, or unless I'm going insane, let me turn sideways real quick. Never mind. It is Ego Nog. That is actually who it is next. It's
Oh wow,
Ego Nog, isn't it?
it might be. It might be.
I'm gonna just take the L on this one. Ego Nog. So coming up, we have Valka Fenrir in the top lane. If I butcher your names, I apologize in advance. Debria in the jungle, Stratty Time in the mid lane, Baxter09 in the bot lane, and RTMS in the support role as well. So from here, as I'm looking at their op.ggs at the moment, I'm pretty excited. Lots of diverse champions coming in, lots of engaged too. A few recon games I'm seeing. So we got Lilia Vi, who and Win Zhao, who are also the go buttons for some team fights. But as I'm looking, this is a pretty exciting team. I think they could do some damage. What are you thinking?
From looking at some of their U.GGs, I'm seeing a lot of strong players here, a lot of victories,
Mhm.
which is always a good sign.
So-
And their support pool is, and the support players pool is pretty big considering. And
And
I'd love to see their Zyra personally, because I'm a
and
pretty big fan of Zyra.
oh, ah, Zyra in the bot lane, one of the most annoying champions to play against behind, or actually, yeah, behind Brand. Brand is the worst
Oh
champion to
my god, I
play
hate
against
Brand.
him. Oh
He
my
used to be
god,
my perma ban.
Brand is so annoying. But anyways, so RTMS. Yes, that is right here. Right here. I think they are the 80 carry, right? Or they support. Support. Yep, we got Rakan, got Zyra, got Nautilus up in there too. Pretty nice, pretty nice.
So
So
Nautilus is always a strong pick.
I am not gonna butcher this next pick. So you go ahead and say what the next team then.
Okay, the next team is RAR C. Let's
Lar
see.
C.
Okay, it's
All
looking
right.
like they have a really good roster. It's funny, what the support player is ego in their name, yet they're not an ego nog. You'd think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah, Lamau. I see those couple Samira games in there. I see you. I see you. I play some Samira myself. I respect it. All right, we got looks like really strong AP picks as well. I see Brand Zyra in there as well. We have Annie coming in, which is a champion we don't see too terribly often, so that could be exciting, something that we can see. Looks like their jungler Ryan plays Graves and Kane right now at the moment, so not enough games to kind of be able to tell, but probably after some more games that they'll catch up and you know we'll get more of a scope. So really excited to see what they can do there. V-Ring in the mid lane. Again, I mentioned the Annie pick. We have Anivia. Just you don't know what this dude can play. Hey, I see a Jin game in there too. That may have been a Jin mid game. Who knows? Islamic Samurai I saw was primarily a jungle pick, so this could be interesting seeing them in the bottom lane. No indication of what they can play in the bot lane, which is okay, but I think that that's pretty exciting. I think they're role swapping into that role. 80 carries hard this year, so and as you mentioned for Egoist, again, another role swap player, so this could be fun. And from there, that leaves us with Rift Warriors last. We have Berserker, not that Berserker, but Berserker in A1. LCS starts this weekend, and someone will hopefully get that Cloud9 joke, so C9 win, by the way. All right. Zenial, I butchered your name a lot last year, and I remember that, is in the jungle. VCY Icarus, Sengisia, my bad, and Scarlet Marie. So those are the final players for this league coming in. And as I take a look at some op.gg, so let's go ahead and see who's doing well. We got a Ramus game up in there. Looks like we got a lot of Misfortune, Ash, and Jinx coming in for the 80 carry. Berserker, lots of Bruisers in the top lane, so that should be fun. Dynasty Star Weavers is an all-girl team. Oh, no crap! I didn't know that. I am sorry. My apologies. I was not aware of that. So, yep. Okay. So now you all know. I did not know Dynasty Star Warriors is an all girls team. And hey, that would have been an important note to know. So I blame production on that one. So this is why normally when I don't know, I default to they. But League of Legends, yeah, League of Legends. Anyways, moving on from there. Where is I at? Oh, BCY Icarus was coming up. Looks like really bursty mages and assassins coming through. Vladimir Akali, really strong champions. Vlad needing that time to scale, and that's okay. And last but not least, Scarlet Marie is looks like a pretty good enchanter player. Seeing lots of enchanters at the top of the list with a couple engaged games, so hopefully that flexibility will come in handy as the games goes on. But any final thoughts, Ember?
I would like to say just the current meta right now is really leaning towards Misfortune, like lethality. It's dominated the entire chart of win rates when it comes, if you look. Like her win rate is just so high right now. Like in duo win rate on u.gg, it's like 60, like 50. It's like always over 50, and some of them are at 60. So it's been really impressive to see, and I want to see if there's gonna be Misfortune bans or any picks this season.
Okay. So picks and bans should be very interesting across all of these teams. And now that wasn't really much because we flew through the teams. We talked pretty good about like who plays where, who plays what. We'll have to see obviously more and like actually see what goes on. So let's talk about the format real quick first before we go ahead and go up. And it is going to be regular season round robin with 3 blocks set up for the next 7 weeks. Playoffs are single elim. Playoffs are also best of 3s with the top 2 seeds getting a first round bye. Semifinals and finals will take about 3 weeks, which will be a best of 5. The classic. So in that note, if you have no final thoughts, I think that'll do it for us, unless you got some.
No, that's pretty much it. That was pretty much all that was on my mind, the misfortune pick, because it's been very strong in the meta, and I want to see if they actually pull it out, or if people are just gonna straight up ban it. If it's like even if you played it once, it's just gonna be a ban.
All right. You heard it here first, remember. So we're going to see how them picks and bans go. But that is the time for another date. I don't know the date of when this starts, so someone in my ear better tell me right now, or otherwise I will just keep talking. All right. Next week at the same time is when we will be back for the Crusader League. So next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, 5 o'clock Pacific, because we are including all time signatures except Mountain. That one doesn't exist. But moving on, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being in the audience with us. And you know what? This is Welcome to LXC. We'll be back again. Peace out.
Everyone.